Hey guys, Bearded Movie Buff here, bringing you another video just as promised to keep my updated YouTube channel going. With the upcoming release of Marvel's Infinity War, I wanted to take a minute to talk about one of the more recent Marvel movies, the Black Panther. Now this is a movie I haven't really touched on much either on Instagram or Twitter. I did mention it here and there, but I haven't really gotten a chance to give my final thoughts on the movie itself. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Black Panther. I was kind of late seeing this movie to begin with, so by the time I had finally gotten around to seeing it, the hype was already there. Everybody was raving about it. It was making tons of money, you know, as it should. I mean, as predicted, honestly. I mean, it's a Disney/Marvel movie, and you know, Disney really knows what they're doing with the Marvel movies. Unfortunately, they don't know what they're doing with the Star Wars movies, but that's a completely different story. So once I entered the theater and the movie started, I gotta be honest, I was a little tired that day. I don't know necessarily remember what was happening or why I was so tired, but I honestly started dozing off at the beginning of the film. But besides that, I will say that the beginning of the Black Panther movie was a little slow. It had a slow build-up that really wasn't really pulling me in the way I feel a movie should right off the bat. But overall, I don't think I was that impressed with the Black Panther movie, especially with all the hype and people talking about it and loving it, and just really wasn't that impressed. I felt that it was just okay, especially once I recognized after just a short amount of time within the movie that this was essentially a live-action human version of The Lion King. I just kind of already shut down. And was just kind of wanting something more, something a little bit better. And my reference to The Lion King, let me explain that to you. In The Lion King, you have the king dies in the very beginning. Then the king's son is presumed dead. Everybody thinks he's dead. He goes missing. Then this upset and jealous family member comes along and takes the throne, decides he's going to be king and take over. Simba, the prince, or in this case, Black Panther, has a conversation or two with his dad, the spirit of his dad in the sky, and then decides to come back and fight his angry villain relative for the throne. And that's exactly what happened in the Black Panther. That's exactly what happened in the Black Panther. Black Panther was literally a retelling of The Lion King, and The Lion King is literally a retelling of Hamlet. So once I recognized that Black Panther was literally just another storytelling version of The Lion King, I kind of checked out because again, I wanted something fresh, something I really haven't seen before. In terms of it being a Marvel movie, yes, we really haven't seen this story. So I guess that's where they played it safe or got away with it. A funny note on that, actually, the director of Black Panther movie, Ryan Coogler, actually blocked me on Twitter for making one remark in referencing The Lion King and how Black Panther was essentially The Lion King. So after I made that one remark, director Ryan Coogler blocked me on Twitter. I guess he wasn't too happy with that comparison. Getting past the Lion King storyline, getting past the fact that it had a slow build-up, the Black Panther, again, was just okay for me. I felt like the character of Black Panther, or T'Challa, was less interesting in this movie than he was in Captain America Civil War. I felt in Captain America Civil War, we were intrigued. He was an interesting character. He had a lot going on. But in this movie, I felt like even he was bored. You know, throughout most of the movie, he kind of looked tired. He looked exhausted. He really wasn't interesting in this movie. In fact, the most interesting character in this movie, I feel, was the villain, Killmonger. You know, you'll have to forgive the noise. My own Black Panther, my own Black Cat, is actually kind of going nuts right now and knocking things down and walking around. You probably may have seen her already walk past the screen. Just to give you a heads up, she may do more of that within this video. But yeah, I just really wasn't impressed with the character of Black Panther in his own movie. I felt like he was just kind of there. he kind of seemed bored. He was less interesting than he was in the previous Marvel movies, and I don't know, I kind of wanted more of that. I wanted a little bit more of that. There were a few things I did like about this movie, and they were the soundtrack and the costumes. The costumes were fantastic. They were beautiful, very well made. The soundtrack was awesome. I love the whole, you know, it kind of had like a native jungle vibe to it, which obviously fit very well with this movie. And besides that, you had today's current hip-hop artists doing songs for the movie, which I felt fit. And yeah, I mean, the soundtrack and the costumes were great. They were good points for me on this movie. But other than that, I just feel like Marvel's The Black Panther was just okay. I don't feel like it made my top 5 Marvel movies, but I also don't feel like it was as bad as Iron Man 3 or Thor: The Dark World. 2 of the most forgettable Marvel movies that they have currently in this franchise. So yeah, those are my final thoughts on Black Panther. It was just okay. It was very reminiscent of The Lion King. I felt like the character of T'Challa was not that interesting. I felt Killmonger was more interesting than the main character, and that's really about all I have for this movie. What did you think of the Black Panther if you have seen it already, or if you haven't? I'm so sorry. I should have given a spoiler warning in the beginning of this movie, or this video. But yeah, if you saw Black Panther, what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Go ahead and give this video a like if you liked it. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so if you'd like to, and click on the little bell icon there at the bottom of the screen to stay up to date with notifications on all my video updates. Thank you so much for checking out Bearded Movie Buff here on my YouTube channel. Hope to see you guys again. Thanks so much. Have a great day.